Hi there, this is Terica McClendon again with Ringer Employment Solutions, and thank you for coming back to class. Today we're going to be discussing the job fair. You guessed it, the job fair. Job fairs are considered the meat market of the job market. With employers sizing you up as quick as 30 seconds, it's very important that your first impression and that your appearance is in tip-top shape. So, let's dive right into it. What should you bring to a job fair? Pen and paper, guys. Number one, you need to make sure that you bring your resume, at least 2 copies per company. Now, you're probably thinking, how do I know how many companies are going to be there? Luckily for you, most job fairs, they list the companies that are going to be in attendance. So you've got a little research to do should you plan to attend a job fair. Next, bring letters of recommendation, at least 3 copies per company. Next, you want to make sure that you house your resumes in a very nice portfolio, preferably leather, if not leather, vinyl, or some other quality material to make you look professional. The next thing that is very crucial that we talked about in our last video is dress for success. Don't go casual. Dress for success. And always make sure that you wear comfortable shoes for my ladies and my men, but ladies especially. Wear comfortable shoes. You don't want to run out of gas too quick. Here are a few tips for you at the job fair. You want to plan to spend all day long at that job fair. You don't want to miss out on any opportunities. Next, take time in advance, again, to research the companies. Another thing, the best time to attend is early. You want to go early to avoid the line. If you can't get there early, then you want to come later in the day. The midday traffic is pretty rough out there. The next thing, you want to make sure that you ask the recruiter, hey, can I bring you some water or soda? That might make you stand out. And here are a few tips about the people behind the table. The people behind the table are usually not the hiring managers. They're actually people that work for HR, and they're sitting there to weed out the candidates that are worthy of entertaining for the next step. Your resume is probably the thing that will make or break you at these job fairs. So you want to make sure, as we've stated in our last class, that your resume is on point. And you want to make sure that you choose the right type of resume for the job that you're looking for. Another thing, make sure again that your attitude is there. I know sometimes at those job fairs, the lines can get now. What happens when you find the company that you really want to work for, but they're not hiring in your field? You simply negotiate. All you do is go to that recruiter and ask them, hi, who am I supposed to speak to for a position in my field within your company? Once they give you the information, be sure to make sure that you get a name and a good contact for whomever that person is. And you want to contact them directly. When you contact them directly, make sure you find out when they're opening a position and continue to follow up. Before you leave the job interview or the job fair, you want to make sure that you leave a lasting impression. Remember, at the job fair, they could see over 100 clients or 100 potential employees. Make sure that they remember your name and your face. After you leave that job fair, make sure that you send a thank you note. Thank you notes, remember, always add that nice bit of touch so that they can remember who you are. Always keep this in mind. Typically, no job offers are made at the job fair. So you want to be sure that you follow through with all the steps. You may be on your way towards a successful interview at the company of your choice. Next, the personality matching technique. This technique is considered the secret of a successful interview. You usually want to mirror the personality of the person in whom you're speaking. When this happens, the result is instant rapport. We tend to like people who are much like ourselves. Match their voice, their tone, their tempo, their energy. Match the physical characteristics, which are facial expressions and posture. Now, what happens when you find a company that you really want to work for and they're not hiring in your field? You negotiate. All you want to do is simply ask that recruiter, "Hi, who am I supposed to speak to that hires for a position in my field within your company?" The key thing here is to make sure that you get a name and contact information for that person. And be sure to follow up. The follow-up is going to be your lifeline.